Don Armstrong recalls the moment he was given the news. You have leukemia.
I was shocked. I was stunned. I thought I was fine. I thought there was nothing wrong with me. And to be told that you have an illness that can ultimately take your life, I was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia that had a 30% chance of survival greater than 5 years. So it took me back. I had to really dig down to get through that moment. And fortunately, I had a lot of things in my favor. I had a great support group around me, and I had God as my, ultimately, the support that I'm convinced got me through this whole thing.
But since the diagnosis, Don says the cancer changed every part of his life.
I had been very successful in business, but I hadn't necessarily been successful in fulfilling my life. And so that diagnosis, after I got through it, I had 5 rounds of chemo and a stem cell transplant. The stem cell transplant eliminated the leukemia from my future. But after all that was done, I had to take a look at my life and figure out where I was at. And I evaluated every aspect of my life and realized that I had had the wrong priorities, the wrong direction. I mean, I didn't do anything wrong, but for me, they just weren't the things that I needed to be doing. So it caused me to refocus and look at my life in a different way and really focus on what I could do to help others. And that's what I wanted to do coming out of that illness. I wanted to make a difference in other people's lives.
But during the tough times, and there were many, Don took the focus off of him.
I could sit there and dwell on me, but most importantly, I found that if I focused on other people and spent more time giving to them, that I would be okay. It was just a matter of me learning that I needed to refocus. Everybody goes through adversity. Everybody goes through things that they have to confront in life. Some of them are real minor, rush hour traffic or an appliance breaking or something like that. I had one of those large things, those things that kind of shook me to my core. And I wouldn't want anybody to go through what I went through because I don't want anyone to have to experience what I experienced, but I sure as heck want them to know what I learned along the way, and it really changed my outlook on life.
Aside from a network of other people supporting him, Don says God was there for him on day one.
That first day, there's so much going on. I spent 33 days in the hospital with that first round of chemo, and that first day, there's so much happening in you, to you, around you, and it's very chaotic. And first of all, you've been told you have cancer. The second day, I woke up very calm. There was a very different feeling that morning, and in my spirit, I heard a voice that said, okay, it's going to be okay. Relax. I've got this covered. I've got things for you to do. I'm not ready for you to come my way. And I'm convinced that was God speaking to me saying, there's things ahead. It's not going to be fun, but you're going to be okay.
And in light of the cancer, Don says he's a stronger Christian today.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know how you could go through anything like what I went through with the experience I had, with the support that I had, with the reassurances I had, and not be a stronger Christian. I don't know how that's possible.
In an effort to help others battling adversities in their lives, Don has written a book about his experiences.
I've just written a book called Finish Your Race, which is coming out in a couple of weeks, and that book talks about my journey and the things that people can do to change their life. It's a book of hope and encouragement. So things are good. I appreciate you asking me that.
With Don Armstrong, a real survivor who is making a difference. I'm Jerry Damon.